Hi, Sharon Talbot here with A Wasp Goes to Israel, August 1986, Episode 3, and the closing episode of our stories. If you recall, I have come to Israel to mend a broken heart and to find out why my privileged wasp life just doesn't work. I have met 3 crazy roommates in the barracks, and I have begun to realize that maybe I'm not as lost as I thought. After all, Mother told me, "Darling, be a Viking." So, I guess I am an Episcopalian Viking. August the 2nd, our second day in the barracks, early morning. My 3 roommates are still asleep. I've been up all night, trying to figure out the Episcopalian Viking thing, and I got it. I think I got it. I'm being tested. I must learn to not be cowardly, shallow, boring, and a milquetoast. I must learn to get angry like a grown-up and stand up for myself, and I must learn to state my case. Watch. I practiced all night. Oh, really, she does? No, you can't, and I'm not going to join you at that either. Oh, yeah? You think so? Your mother dropped dead. See? Not bad, huh? It's not always about me. Sometimes it's about them. Maybe my newfound persona will be of service to this great country of Israel. The bugle sounds outside. Since I slept in my uniform, I'm already dressed. Oh, yep. Chanel number 5. I run outside for the raising of the Israeli flag. My roommates stumble out in back of me in their pajamas. Oh, please. Ugh. Woo! Why, it looks like there are 13 of us from all over the world in my group. Whoa! The bugler plays the Israeli national anthem. My God, it is so sad. Then, breakfast in the mess hall, oatmeal with milk, black coffee loaded with sugar that we drink out of water glasses, and bread that's sort of like flat, like paper. Okay. I'm stating my case. Hello, everyone, listen. Listen, I have a wonderful, wonderful suggestion. Everybody listen. Now, breakfast would be far more nourishing if there were wheat germ all over everything. There is a silence. They don't know what wheat germ is. Oh, all right. Let's do something simpler. How about let's have Eggs Benedict? There is a silence. They don't know what that is either. Well, I explain it to... They fall over laughing. So, okay, I sit down and I eat the damn oatmeal. This is not going to be as easy as I thought. But what is going to be easy is that the Israelis have the same greeting for hello and goodbye. Just think of Mr. Spock. Live long and prosper. After breakfast, we discover we have all been assigned jobs on the base. A job. I've always wanted to have a job. Mine is welding. I'm going to learn welding. I learn welding and I play with welding and I work at welding and I set my sleeve on fire. So they take me off welding and give me packing, painting helmets, and washing uniforms. So while I'm packing, painting helmets, and washing uniforms, I try, nonetheless, to impart my knowledge. August 3rd. Hi, everybody. Sharon here with another suggestion. Just a short one. The best way to make peace with Lebanon. You know Lebanon on your northern border with a cannon pointed straight back at us? That Lebanon? The best way to make peace with them is to hug it all out. That's what we did in my sorority. It worked great. They fall over laughing. Well, at least I am inching forward, possibly. Because even my 3 roommates notice that I'm inching. Sugar, Sugar, that was a very good idea. It just was a little strange, that's all. Oh, yes, darling, they're just not ready for that. They're not quite ready for that. Such a good idea. Yeah, darling, give them time. Pretty soon there'll be little condos with little gardens right along the border. Right along the border. No, darling, right along the border. Oh, what sweethearts. And I meant right along the barbed wire. Oh, the days pass quickly. In the afternoons, after our work is done, they take us sightseeing. Oh my goodness, sightseeing, a different sight each day. We tour northern Israel. The grottos of Rosh Hanikra, right below the Lebanese border where the cannon is. I guess they don't mind. The mountain town of Sfat. That's the way they pronounce it, Sfat. That were ships and shops full of exquisite crafts, abound beautiful crystal glasses and beautiful gowns and shoes and food. Then we go to the Sea of Galilee, now called Yam Kinneret. Yam Kinneret. I don't know why. I don't know why they changed it. I don't know what this means. I like the old way. The Sea of Galilee. And finally the Baha'i Temple in Haifa with the gardens that go down to the road. I watch and I listen politely and I emulate the nice, normal Israelis. No tantrums, no suggestions. I am getting stronger and nicer. But I notice as we're touring around with our soldiers, within their ranks there is much complaining and whining and criticizing and grousing about how the government stinks and about things are awful and run badly. And here I thought they were all so happy. Oh, at last in Tel Aviv, furious, getting weary of the blah, 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 I blurted out, well, if you don't like it, put women in charge. There is a silence, so I continue. Women work together. Women work together and collaborate for the common good. Golda Meir said, we do not rejoice in victories. We rejoice when a new kind of cotton is grown and when the strawberries bloom. Guys, what's wrong with that? That's wonderful, and your own Golda said that. The soldiers fall over laughing. But at least, all right, I stated my case. August the 12th. I meet the commanding officer of the base, David News. It's love at first sight. He is single, he returns the affection, and the days whiz by because we are in love, and suddenly it's August 27th. So, I gather my courage together and I say, David, we get along so well. I get along better with you than I've ever gotten along with anybody in my life, since I was a baby even. We should get married and live happily ever after in Israel. There is a silence. David cites the Tahiti syndrome. The Tahiti syndrome is the term for an attraction to a peaceful and uncomplicated environment far away from reality. Reality, oh boy. Sharon, he says, you would be comfortable here. You would be miserable here. Not comfortable. If you stayed here with me, you would soon become homesick and you would leave. And that would break my heart. What? Well, I'm not, of course he's right. I mean, I'm not Jewish and I would never fit in, but maybe, I would convert and we'd do a little business, make some business here. Well, I'm beaten. At least he doesn't fall over laughing. The last days pass. August 29th, we visit the beautiful Western Wall. Weary and sad about David, I walk to the wall and rest my forehead on the gold limestone made warm by the sun. And I close my eyes. And suddenly, next to me, there's Kiska, my dog from when I was little. Kiska looks up at me and says, Woof, woof, woof! Go home, silly! I open my eyes. Kiska's gone. And I am so homesick. Well, all right. We leave the Western Wall and go to the last place on our tour for today, the Holocaust Museum. Oh my God. Oh my God, why? Why would we go there? Oh dear. This is going to be... It was awful. It was terrible. It was the photographs that blew us away, especially the floor-to-ceiling photo of naked, dead Jewish persons stacked 4 feet high on the ground just like a pile of laundry. A few of us passed out, but not me. Not me. I couldn't turn my eyes away. What is the point of making us look at that? It's one thing to know about something, and it's another thing to look at it in the face. Oh, so we get the hell out of there and go back to the base, and we do not do well for the rest of the day. Today, August 30th, we are packing up our stuff and cleaning up our rooms, trying to get over yesterday. But we all know that we will never get over yesterday. That was the point. I say goodbye to David. David, you are right. I don't belong here. No, Sharon, you don't belong here, but remember the good things about you and me and my country, my beautiful country. You will always carry a little piece of Israel in your heart, and maybe me too. Oh, David, of course, for sure you. Yeah. And one day I'm going to write about this. I say goodbye to David, realizing how glad I am to be going home to where I belong and where my family waits for me. I say goodbye to Lavi, the soldier I met on the dusty road when I first arrived, who has been our guide all along, and I never thought to ask his name. Oh, Lavi, I'm so sorry I never even asked you what to... Oh, Sharon, no matter, Sharon. It's been a pleasure, more or less, from time to time. Don't worry about something or anything, I'm not mad at you anymore. Lavi, did you ever have a sort of toy viewer for kids called a Viewmaster? Aha, yeah, Viewmaster. Yeah. I had that when I was a little kid, you put a little disc in and you see pictures in 3D. I had one that showed the Western Wall. The whole Western Wall. Lovey, did you ever have a disc with a picture of 3 men on camels traveling in in the desert? 3 men, yeah. 3 men following a star to go see some kind of special baby. Oh God, I hope they found him. It's cold out there in the desert. Yeah, yes, they found him. They found it. This was 2,000 years ago, a long time ago. That's our Christmas. Do you think that really could have happened right out there somewhere in the desert? Oh, you mean the desert right outside the base, desert right outside the base is pretty scuzzy. We have to go clean it up every day. It's like, no. Oh, you mean 1,000 years ago, right out there in the desert. Hey, see. Well, why not? For 1,000 years, we celebrate Hanukkah around the same time. Food, family, love, babies everywhere, screaming, yelling, sure. Why not your baby out there too? Hey, that's very beautiful. Anything is possible. And you know what I said before. Women are good workers. Oh, no, you know what you said before. Women are good workers. Put them in charge. Maybe find out another Golda right here on the base. Well, why not? Anything is possible. Tonight, evening, August 30th, our last dinner in the mess hall. We filed in quietly, promising to stay in touch, knowing we won't. We stop. Right inside the door, on a table in front of us, someone has spilled a pool of milk onto the blue plastic tablecloth. It has opened into a perfect wide circle. It has apparently been there for some time because around the edge of this perfect wide circle of milk is a hairline border of tiny little black sugar ants and tiny little red sugar ants, heads pointed inward and towards the center, wedged in tightly, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, sharing the milk. Nobody moves. Nobody touches them. Nobody speaks. We stand there mesmerized. General Davidi, who created the volunteers for Israel, approaches the table. He smiles down and he says, "People, take care of these tiny ants. These tiny ants are enlightened ants. Respect them." Well, okay. Every night this past month, the 13th of us have sat under our tree of life, as we called it, the only tree for miles on the only grass for miles, just talking in the cool of the evening. Under that tree, I learned that Craig is gay, John's allergic to peanuts, Susan's writing her memoirs, Marilyn's learning Mandarin, Colleen escaped an abusive husband, Gebhardt wins a children's center in Frankfurt, Alejandro's getting married when he goes home, Nicholas will become a doctor, and Ralph, dearest Ralph, a retired engineer from Iowa, 75, who has terminal cancer, and he just wanted one last adventure with us. Good going, Ralph. The tree of life kept you alive. Morning, August 31st, 1986. One last morning in Israel. Our very last morning in Israel. We salute the Israeli flag for the last time. One more breakfast in the mess hall of oatmeal with milk, black coffee loaded with sugar that we drink out of water glasses, and bread that's flat like paper. But hell, it tastes like Eggs Benedict. We head for the bus to Ben Gurion. Fervent goodbyes from the young soldiers who lived with us in our barracks. And they thanked me for the 3-in-1 oil I put on their door hinges to keep them from squeaking if a young soldier wanted to visit his lady love in the middle of the night. That was my idea. Not bad, huh? Not bad for an Episcopalian Viking. Yeah, Israel, I know you can't hear me. I know you can't hear me. But I kept my promise, more or less. Did I make a difference? Huh? I don't know. Did I learn anything? Ha! I don't know. But we've all promised each other we'll go out in the world and do great things. Great things. Whatever that means. Or probably not. On the other hand, if sugar ants can get it right, maybe we can. Shalom.